as well as India.
So, Jane, just give us a little bit of an insight into what this time leading up to a World Cup is. Of course, for you guys in the Hockeyroos, a bronze at this year's World Cup. Take us inside what would be happening within the four walls of the elite setup.
Yeah, it's probably a down period for the Hockeyroos right now, coming off of Hockey One, as you guys were all aware. So we're probably going to
Matches.
Out for an international, matches prior to the World Cup in January. So I would be assuming they're kind of consolidating what their starting lineup looks like, who's going to be in what position, what their structures are, and nailing down probably on the set pieces like PCAs and PCDs.
So Aaron Zaluski and Harmanpreet Singh, and there's the Ball Patrol kids, Hook into Hockey kids, I should say. National anthems underway. Looking like a very nice crowd starting to build at Nate Stadium in Adelaide. Jane, on where the real strength of this Australian outfit lies. I mean, my eye is drawn to the fact that Blake Govers is back in this side after a long... wasn't part of the Hockey One competition. He was 15 of them penalty corners as one of the best drag flickers in the world. Ken, where's the strength of this lineup for you?
Not only up forward are they extremely potent, but defensively that is really where the foundation is set. And we talked about, regardless of how many goals they score, they just don't concede from an Australian perspective. That's something from the FIH Pro League games we've seen for India that would likely be a focus for Graham Reid. As he starts to settle on his defensive lineup, we saw players like Harmanpreet and Jagraj move around in different positions, float into midfield and back. This is something that, as goal scorers in history, despite the fact he's still a young...
But you've also got the likes of Jeremy coming back into the team, also been in the European circuit. So it'll be interesting to see what those two can deliver today.
And as this Indian lineup comes out, Jane, who do you look to from this lineup with great anticipation as a couple of the players to watch?
Huge Indian personality, famous in India. So I think there's so much talent across the board. They're quite a young team. Graham Reid's probably bleeding in a lot more youth into that team, but they're so talented. Their stick skills are amazing. It's like they've got...
build up. I think a lot of people think about India as an attackers and how the ball's able to move. Teams tend to